Welcome back to GBGuns. I'm back from the range from shooting the Lionheart LH9, a gun that I've wanted to shoot for a long time. Very curious about the 3 trigger modes. So I took it out to the range and of course did standard battery of tests, the full mag plus 1, the what's for dinner test with loads from 165 grain all the way down to 65 grain, and then the field accuracy. But also, since I had that holster from K-Rounds that was sent along, decided to try first and second try ever. So these aren't practice draws, just keep that in mind. Drawing from that holster and engaging a target at about 20 yards using each of the 3 possible trigger modes. So watch that, let me know what you think about each of those, and then of course you'll see the grouping. And while you guys watch that, I'm going to finish cleaning this up. I'll meet you on the other side and we'll talk about how the gun performed. With the Lionheart LH9, we'll of course start with our full mag plus 1, then follow that up with what's for dinner and our field accuracy test with 5 shots from 7 yards. Now the Lionheart does have 2 different size magazines. This is a 15 rounder. That's going to be my plus 1. I'm going to put the gun on safe. Put in a full 13 rounder. Witness holes on the left side, which is smart because if you've got a mag in the gun and you're right-handed and you want to check, the left side of the magazine is the side you're going to see. So props to Lionheart for that. Now let's see how the gun runs. Didn't lock back. I don't know if that was the gun or my thumb in the way. I've got large hands and it happens. For what's for dinner, we have 8 different loads of hollow points and ball, steel case, aluminum case, and of course brass case. We're going to be running 3 of each type to see how they function in the gun. First one, see if it picks up from slide being locked back. Does it generate enough energy to cycle the gun and pick up the second round? And then the third round is of course the bonus. Each of these rounds has a different shape and height you're seeing. Also, brass expands the way that most guns are designed for. Steel a little less, aluminum a little more, nickel sometimes plated a little less. So that's why we've got this variety. Let's see how the guns do. Start off our what's for dinner. We've got the Hush 165 grain from Freedom Munitions. Excellent subsonic ammo meant for suppressors. I'm curious though, is it going to run the gun? Another subsonic load, 147 grain Remington HTP. This is a hollow point. See how it feeds and runs. Now for a steel cased hollow point, 125 grain from Hornady. Strange load weight. We'll see how it performs. Now aluminum cased 124 grain from Blazer. Now a brass cased hollow point, 115 grain American Gunner from Hornady. Moving into light for caliber, Gecko's completely lead free, only 94 grain load. Super light. Also smells a little funny when it burns. Too bad you guys can't smell that at home. Also light for caliber, Winchester Super Clean. This is a lead-free projectile, only 90 grains. Now the Liberty Civil Trainer. This is only 65 grains, super lightweight, and a claimed FPS of 1710 feet per second. It's screaming. Alright, so the LH9, part of what makes it unique is that it has 3 trigger modes, and I was sent this excellent holster that is made up in Washington for the LH9. So I figured I would try drawing from the holster in each of the 3 trigger modes and fire a controlled pair on our ABC zone target that's about 20 yards away. That's just the parts that count on an IPSC target. So if you imagine an IPSC target with the outer ring tore off, that's what the steel target is. Now this is equally as much of a test of my abilities as it is the gun, but I thought so that I could give you notes on how the gun feels and operates, I should try this. The camera's here, why not film it? So go ahead and load. So we're hot. I'm going to try the first time, hammer back, trigger or safety on. This is a condition 1 like on a 1911. Not how I normally carry a gun because I don't usually have a hammer fired with the safety. Let's see how it goes. First draw, condition 1 from the holster, 2 shots, 20 yards. Kick it back on, we'll try again. Go. Second attempt, hammer back, safety on. Neither of those went too well, probably because I was rushing it a bit, but like I said, I'm just learning the gun. Now I'm going to try with that double action plus, that's pushing the hammer forward, which moves the trigger forward, but still has a light, quick pull. 2 draws that way. Stop. Attempt 1, double action plus. That double action plus felt a little funky. Let's try it again. Attempt 2, double action plus. That went better. Alright, now I've safely, slowly decocked it manually. There's great friction point, great texture on the hammer for doing that. Just keep in mind that you are dropping a hammer on a live round when you do that, but just for the sake of comparison, we'll try 2 attempts from there. Attempt 1. That was a long pull. Attempt 2 with hammer down. Definitely slow. I'd say double action plus just needs some getting used to it.
Go.
Now for 5 shots from 7 yards using Nosler 115 grain match. Those are totally my fault. My heart rate was...
So, what'd you think? I gotta say, I enjoy that double action plus. It would take some getting used to. You just certainly have to practice it, just as you would with any new gun or anything that's different. The accuracy there was totally my fault. I could feel it with each shot, but you could tell by how close together those shots were that this is an accurate platform. Very enjoyable to shoot. It's all metal construction, made it very smooth. The double action is of course very heavy, but that's why you've got single action cocked and locked, or push it forward for the double action plus, or push it forward for double action plus with the safety on. You've got a lot of different options here. I'd say it's maybe not the best choice for a brand new shooter, but if you've shot some guns and you're starting to get a feel for what you like, it's most definitely an option. Very fun on the range, very comfortable to shoot, and didn't have any trouble with it. Did have a little bit of finish wear off, which is to be expected. You've got this trigger bar sliding along. See there? right as the trigger fires, it wears there. You can see that, just a little spot. But otherwise, an awesome gun, very enjoyable. The K-rounds holster did very well. Right out of the box, didn't do any adjustments to anything, didn't do any break-in on this gun. A little finish wear there on top of the slide, giving it a little bit of a experience look to it. I'm excited to try the Regulus. That's the next gun coming out from these guys, and maybe one of the straight backstrap versions of the LH9. But certainly a cool gun. I'm glad to see that they're still around. As I said in the tabletop video, Military Arms channel got me all excited about these years ago, and then I didn't see or hear much on them since then, but always wanted to try one. I suggest you try one too. Thanks for watching.